Hi, it's Liz and Matt again, and today's frequently asked question is, why do I need to know how to build a website? And we get asked that all the time. You want to go in and buy them but not learn how to build them. But what we liken it to is it's kind of the same reason you need to know how to use Microsoft Word. So maybe 20 years ago you would have said to yourself, why do I need to use Microsoft Word? Well, these days, if you can't use it, it's pretty difficult. And that's what we're seeing happening in website world as well. It's kind of like to, you don't have to understand the full nature of websites in order to build one. You don't have to be a programmer. It's like if you say, when you're driving a car, you don't actually have to understand how the engine works in order to be able to drive a car. You just need to know what all the buttons do and what to press to make it go. So that's the same thing applies to websites now. We just need to know what buttons to press and where to click and what to do in order to make it work. And the reason why, one of the biggest reasons why, is because going forward into the future, we're all going to need to understand this digital world.
And what we like to teach our students and what we say to our students is, and to you as well, realistically, it's a core fundamental skill that you should have. And if whether you're in business or PAYG,
definitely if you're in business,
even if you're a student, it is such a handy skill to have, to know how to build a website. And sure, once you don't need to do the technical stuff like Liz said. Basically, once you've got the basic knowledge, you just outsource it in this day and age. But you need that first step, that core, we call it's a core fundamental skill you want to have if you want to be able to work online. And it makes your journey so much easier because you can outsource a lot easier. You know what your techies are doing on the website. And also by getting that confidence with working with a website that you've built yourself, you now know how to also market your products or services or whatever business you're involved in online, and you've got a practical way of generating income. And it also allows you to bring alive any ideas that you have. You can, and it can be from anything, like sharing your passion. Like if you're into, raising cockatiels or whatever, you can share that with the world very easily. You know how to build a website, and it doesn't cost you anything when you know how to do this.
You have leverage to connect with the whole world. And actually, and even if you're in, you reminded me, even if you're in a PAYG job, we actually just had an email the other day from a student of ours, and she said, hey, I just got a pay rise because I can now do the digital, I can look after the website for the business, and I've gone from being admin to being, what was her job title?
Admin, now she's, in charge of the internet marketing side of that business.
Yep.
And a massive pay rise came with it.
Yeah, she got a sweet pay rise, she said, with that as well. So
because
there are
not many people have these skills. You've got to think about that. So you can start, you can learn, even if you're a total, utter beginner. It is way easier now to build websites than it used to be, years ago. And so you can get started.
So that's why we think it's so important to know how to build a website.